we've wondered why house demolitions went on in Lagos, Nigeria, and why the sudden increase in rent. And every day, things happen back to back with no solution. Now, today we're going to talk about the challenges faced in Lagos, Nigeria, rental issues, house demolition issues, and anything regarding to real estate. I am your host, Shalom Mark, on Real Estate Realities. And today in the studio, we have...
Okay, my name is Malone. I'm a real estate expert here in Lagos, Nigeria.
Nice to have you in the studio.
My name is Misan Ngozi Onwebuzia. I'm a real estate expert and a female vendor, clothing vendor here in Nigeria.
Nice to have you here in the studio. Now, don't forget, this is your go-to podcast. Are you a real estate expert? Are you a real estate novice? Is this your first time thinking about real estate? Well, this is the podcast for you. So stay tuned and hear what we have to say today. So hi and welcome to today's episode of Real Estate Realities, and we're going to be talking about house demolition in Lagos, Nigeria, and the rent issue, why the sudden increase in rent, and also why they said you're going to be paying rent according to what Lagosians earn. So you're going to say your site, what you want to think about it. Let's start with the demolition, the house demolition issues.
Okay, for the house demolition issues in Lagos State.
Yeah.
Okay, first and foremost, I would say those houses were not probably, let's say, sorry, can I go back again?
Yeah, go yeah.
Okay, concerning the house demolition in Nigeria, I would say most of the houses were built without permits, Lagos State permits.
Okay.
And some of them were built on probably an acquisition land owned by the government, you know. So that could be part of why some of the houses were demolished.
Okay, but then whose fault is it? The people that built the houses or the real estate agents that took them there to get those lands?
Okay, the thing is this, even despite the real estate vendor take you to a land,
yeah,
it's your duty to do your due diligence.
How? Well, that's not that's not good with the real estate.
Yeah,
So,
you know, because the thing is you can't rely on the expertise of the agent all alone. You have to also do your own due diligence on the land by going through the allowancer to check if the land is committed or not. You know.
Okay. Allowancer, so, like in Ikeja?
Sure, of course.
Oh, that's where you go to.
Yeah, to do your confirm all lands in, because the thing is this, all land belongs to government.
Oh, okay.
You understand? Despite we have family, they have lands.
Yeah.
You know, so sometimes you buy from a Omonile just need money. They could just sell to you a committed land.
And it's yours.
Yes.
Like maybe they'll say you come and collect it later when they change your mind.
The thing is this. No, the thing is there are some lands that are committed and some that are not committed.
Okay.
So if they sell to you land that is committed without you doing your due diligence, then you had lost. Because you can't see your money again.
Oh.
So that's why buying into any property, you need a real estate expert. And also you yourself have to also drive the due diligence in terms of checking if the land is genuine or not. And also before you comment your building, you have to go through the allowancer as well to get what we call your building permit.
To start building on the land?
Yeah, to start building on the land. So you can't build on any land without the building permit.
I don't get. Okay, so wait, I buy a land now, I can't build.
Yeah, you can build.
Even after I bought it?
Now, even if you build, you have to build according to the specification, because there is a setback and all of that.
I heard that there's a specification to Lagos houses.
Yes. So if the house is not built according to specification, then your house is at risk of demolition in the future.
So all these houses they were demolishing, the one in Festac, I don't know if you heard of the demolition in Festac. A lot of people went homeless. So is it that all those houses, like, they tell me all of them were not built on that?
Well, to that I'll say this, right?
Okay.
You see, sometimes a particular portion of land could be committed. Like I said, most people don't know.
Okay.
And then again, government project might be driving on a particular portion of probably a particular portion of land, and you know the way our government is a bit slow, so they might not even come up with the project in the next 20 years. So you might think you're safe. You understand? You may think you're safe. So by the time they come up with the project in the next 20 years, your house is at risk if it's found on their pathway, your house is at risk.
Okay. You have anything to add to this?
Well, most of what he said is right, but also I feel like when it comes to like demolition houses, you said the government, their building or their plan may be work, along these houses that are being built. I feel like, there are people that live there. There are people that have paid rent. There are people who that's probably the last money they've even used to pay rent for that year. So I feel like the government should give a notice, like a proper premium notice, like even if it's like 2 months, because now they've drawn up the what they want to do. They know what they want to do before they do it. So I feel like they should give at least 3 months notice to people who are, because they have the plan,
they've had it for a long time.
You understand? They know they want to build there. They know, but this government, they just come up 2 weeks, next thing they're coming to your place, demolition. And I don't think that's fair, because you're doing this thing and you're not even caring about, okay, where are these people gonna go?
No provisions made for them whatsoever.
Nothing. And I feel like provisions should be made if you're going to make a drastic action like that. But ideally, I feel like they should give notice before that. And also I'm going to add that as a real estate agent, if you're going to sell a land to someone, you yourself should also go and make sure what you're selling is right.
Stop.
You yourself should also go because that's what your job also entails. Go by yourself, go to this alausa, go and check, okay, this land that belongs to Mr. So is it in this thing? Does he have a land? This thing, is the land okay? Is the land not okay? Some of these houses that are even being demolished is because the land is bad. It's not properly like developed for the kind of building that's on it. That's why they have to demolish. So I feel like you can't be selling someone just because I believe this person. Let me take his land and help him sell. You go and find out too, because if there's a problem tomorrow, you're the first contact.
Very, very true.
They're gonna contact. So the fact that someone came to you to buy a land, he can also do that hustle by himself. But he came to you to make it easier. So whatever documents you're bringing to him, you understand, he wants to believe that you've also cross-checked. But also, as the land buyer, you should also cross-check too. As he gives you this land, you call your lawyer. Okay, this is what it is. This is the land. Let's go and check it. Does he have any land issue? Does he have any previous issue? Does he have this? So I feel like it's more of the real estate agent that should check more, because people... We're trying to buy land easily. We're not trying to do the hassle. That's why we're looking for someone to help us.
Because if I would have done the hassle on myself, I will not use an agent.
Exactly. Okay. You understand? So that's my take on it.
Can I speak to that?
Yes, you can.
Okay, like what she said is right. As a real estate consultant, is your duty to do your due diligence. Concerning the land you're selling out to your clients and stuff. But again, these clients are also very, very funny. So they like to use their own, sometimes they like to use family members. They don't go through the right channel, because sometimes they feel probably these experts are expensive. So they like to do things on their own. You understand? So they go through family and stuff. And also they just want to buy land. They just want to do something. And then there are guys out there that are also ready to get your money and then give you anything. So sometimes it's really not the fault of some of the agents. It's also the fault of the buyers as well, because they are not taking their own time as well to do their own due diligence on the land. And then again, concerning what she said about government not giving notice to people that they have to come and demolish their houses, I would say that is not really, really, really true. You understand?
I feel it's true, because if I thought they give you a notice 2 days or a week too, and they tell you have 7 days to leave or vacate the premises.
You see, I have a privilege to see some of these houses being demolished. You understand? There's this notice that is given.
How
now
long?
The thing is this. You see, we Nigerians sometimes we like to play into the emotions of our people, like pity, self-pity and stuff like that, because the government will go ahead and give them this notice and tell them to remove this thing before this time. And then the people will now go start lobbying, through the back door, paying some other people in the outside themselves, paying them to subpaddles and stuff. And if another government comes in, it doesn't know all these people, he just go ahead to do his work. And then people now say they didn't give them notice. They do give them notice.
No, I don't think the notice is given to the right.
I don't think
people.
It's even
it doesn't
given
get
enough,
to the,
like enough notice.
Yeah, because I feel to my best knowledge, I feel like a government project of that capacity I'm sure first of all they will write, they will have to approve that project, and they don't do that in 2 months. So it passes through channels. So the moment you start thinking of that, the moment you start sending that letter out, I think that is when your that notice should be given.
Okay, the thing is this, should I tell you something? Should I shock you? Most of the houses that are built, that are being destroyed or being demolished, if you check it very, very well, it's not well documented in Alausa. Because if your house is not given the right approval, then it means your documentation is not right.
So who do we hold? I want to know who's responsible for it.
Yeah, of course. So see, the thing is this: first and foremost, we have the indigenes, probably the family that owns the land. The family that owns the land have not done their own probably perfection of their lands and stuff like that. They don't do it. So they just need money they sell it out. And some of these developers goes to buy this land. So when they buy the land, and then they are taking their time to do their due diligence, probably pay the right fee and all of those stuff, and it takes a lot of time. And then they are selling it to the public, and then probably another government comes in and say, okay, we are not giving any title to this land, any document to this land, let it be like that. And people have gone ahead to build. And that's why sometimes government will just be lenient and say, okay, pay ratification. And they have to pay ratification to the land, and then make it their own. You understand? But then again, like I said, if it's on the way of government project, it goes down.
I still feel it's very unfair.
Sure.
Like it's very unfair, because we don't think about the people being affected. Because I know a lot of people were homeless when that demolition started. A lot of people were just crying. It was crazy to see. You see people with their properties just on the road.
Outside.
You have nowhere to go. We'd not even do, let's say, a refugee camp or a camp for yes, because I feel if you're throwing me away from my house, even if you don't give me food or anything, give me shelter. Pack all of us like sardines inside one warehouse
so that we can start knowing where to go.
You don't throw me on the streets and leave me to hang high and dry.
Okay.
I think that we don't care about these people.
Okay, look at this Ikota demolition.
Okay.
Now most of those houses are built on a canal.
Yes.
On a waterway. Okay. So what will you say about that?
Okay, I want to say something. What about all these places that are not giving proper permission for houses to be built on? Why is it that when you finally go to get your approval to build, why can't they tell you, this place is not allocated to be built? Why do you now have to? They'll give you the approval, and you will now build. They'll come and now demolish. What do you think about that?
Okay, do you know that's why there is so much corruption in the system.
Anyway, it's true.
So much corruption in the system, because sometimes these people don't go through the right channel.
True.
Now the thing is if my documentation is going to take me like probably 10 million to be gotten, and then someone is telling me, bros, give me 200k.
Go run it down.
I'll go run down for you.
10 million to 200k.
Man, this is good though. Yeah, take 200k. And the guy go and do Dagbo stuff for you. And then you feel you have documents, and government will come and this is fake, and they destroy your house.
True.
And again, sometimes even while your house is being given the document approval and stuff like that, is approved for a particular kind of building.
Yes.
You understand?
Lagos likes adding and adding.
So is that adding?
Yes.
And then the house is at risk.
Yes.
You understand? Is at risk of falling. So rather than it killing so many people government will just come and help you and bring it down.
Make you but it's crazy because the truth is that this I've seen it a lot of these landlords. I'll not just say just landlords, it's a thing with people and profession. You rarely see you see a few people that are actually honest in their business, because I assure you that there are real estate agents that know that this is not certified, but because they just want to make money, they just run it and just whatever happens. Me, I don't go. Exactly. And the same thing happens with a lot of landlords we see. They're just concerned about their own rent. Whatever happens to you in that house is not their freaking business.
Yes.
They're like, I've done my own part. You do your own part. That's why when you hear news like, when they say, okay, Lagosians should be paying according to what they earn, and sometimes say, not the government build my house from you. Everybody has what they want to say. Everybody has their opinion on this because they're like, nah, it's not my business. My own is that I'm collecting this money. And I feel it should not be so, because these tenants, these clients, they're all humans. Because the money they are spending to do all these things, they worked for it. And we are just concerned about our own part of just getting paid, and I'm done. That's why you see a real estate agent will become his own surveyor. He's a real estate agent. He becomes his surveyor. He himself. He say, I get who they build. I assure you, if you come to site that day they are building, if you see how they mix cement. These guys, this Nigeria. One guy does a million things. I used to stay in Benin at a point. There's this guy, we call him James Adedoam.
Oh wow.
He was our gate man, but he will fix fan. He will fix lights. He will anything. We call him James Adedoam. He will do everything. What's your profession? Adedoam. Anything. There's nothing you ask him he does not do. And then it still boils down to our everyday business, because these clients, you hear a client, okay, I'm buying a land today. Have you contacted it? Really? Yeah. Okay, what did you contact? Oh, don't worry. He got me covered. He got you covered. How did he got you covered? Because I know he's a real estate, so how did he got you covered? And we've had some other real estate experts say that it's advisable to not use a lawyer from the real estate company. Use your own personal lawyer. That's why when you're saying make sure you and your lawyer goes through it. Because a real estate person can get after my guy. If you call my guy will be lawyer. Now run them together. Don't use a lawyer from the real estate person at all. Bring an external lawyer into it.
That's not going to be biased.
That's not going to be biased. Because at the end of the day, you are losing.
You're gonna lose. It's your money.
You are going to cry blood.
It's your money.
And then everybody's just gonna look at you. You're not going to reach the real estate expert again. All of a sudden, his number is going to be blocked. And then you'll be running helter skelter. All you can do is cry. And now God is a forgiving Father. He will still forgive the real estate agents if you go and pray to God. If you go and pray for forgiveness, God will forgive you.
Sure.
So these are things that actually affect us in Lagos and this real estate Lagos, because I feel there are some places in this Lekki that should not have houses on them. It's why during rainy season you see water is
everywhere. The interlocking,
like inside your own compound, you're seeing water level is freaking high. Why should I be in a house
and water is
high? There are a lot of places here.
You know the thing is one thing you should understand about Lagos is this: Lagos is an island surrounded by water, especially here on the island. So you saying houses should not be built? It's an island. You understand? And then again, no, the thing is this: most of our waterways are blocked. Most of the waterways are blocked. You and I now. You drink the water. You throw down the road. You drink bottled water. All those things goes to block our waterway.
But then again, they should always have provision for, like, you go to other states. Their road is clean. Their drainage is working. At least you have all these things.
But then you can't compare the population.
No, it's not about population now. It's about everyone has what they're supposed to do.
Yes, so you have a working drainage
done efficiently.
Yes.
They have people that clean the roads.
Yes.
You see them sometimes. There should also be a provision for every so month, every so this, every so that. we should be cleaning drainage.
Yes.
We should check
I
this
agree.
interlocking.
Yeah.
We should check. But see, you can pass a major road. In the last 5 years, they have not done it.
Yes.
In the last 10 years, they've not done
Yes.
it. They just leave it. This is a country. This is a state. Everyone has what they are meant to do.
Yes, now.
We should do it efficiently. But here on Nigeria, our Lagos,
It doesn't work.
They don't send.
No, they don't. That's the word. They don't send. Because I'm solidly behind her. There's this thing that happens here. So, environmental, I think it's Thursdays here.
Sure.
Yes.
So, Thursdays one, you see everybody, oh, very agile. Everybody clears the gutter. Mind you, they're not taking away that dirt.
Nope.
Exactly what I was saying. They put it inside the gutter.
So, in their mind, I'm done. I'm done with environmental. And then, small rain just
It
comes.
goes back.
It
And
goes
it
It
goes
back.
walks back into the gutter.
So what's the
But
point?
then
Why are we
again, the
deceiving
government
ourselves?
should make provision for the clean of all these places at specific times. Sometimes,
I feel government makes provision,
See, yeah.
but
You know, the thing is this, ideally, every house should have what we call a waste bin. You
Yeah.
understand?
yeah.
And every house should pay for PSP. And you know the corruption behind all these things. Most people don't want to do this thing. And you see sometimes people put stuff in the nylon and then go to the major road and dump it on the major
Exactly.
road. So you see the system itself is you
Yeah.
and I. You
Yes,
understand? It's you
actually.
and I. We
Yeah,
have to
you
wake
and
up
I.
to our own responsibility, because if we are complaining about all of these things and then we are not holding up to our own responsibility, then we are crying foul. We should also be responsible to make sure that these things are done and are done properly. You understand? So the corruption in the system is very high.
I feel there should be. I know there are agencies or bodies around this
Sure, of
environmental in
Yes.
Lagos, but I feel there should be a stronger way of enforcing it.
yes,
because just go.
I feel so too, because sometimes, like let's say today, what they're actually meant to maybe clean the boreholes or
Yeah.
not, they'll probably not do it properly.
They will not.
or they will not finish it.
Yeah, they will
or
not finish it.
something they will just
Yeah.
do mago
Exactly.
and just go
The
because
government
it
is-
also
government
still
is to
boils
blame
down.
though.
Yes, the government,
Because the thing is this,
landlords are to be blamed.
the thing is this: if you're telling me every Thursday is for cleanup, which is the marketplace,
Yes.
then it should also involve the government, the PSP people,
Yes.
because they should hang around as we are taking out our debt. We are putting it in
the
a
Exactly. Exactly.
truck,
Yeah,
and then
the
you're
truck
moving it
and
out.
you're moving it out.
Exactly.
You understand? But if
Yes.
that is not done, it means I'm going to leave it there.
Yes.
And then if
Anything
you don't
happens
come,
to it after?
you know, anything that happens to it.
Yes, because it's true, and this environmental thing, a lot of landlords are to be blamed, because a lot of landlords, I don't know, they don't provide means of throwing away debt, because I see it on the mainland. I don't know how it is on the island. Some people on the island provide waste bins, but then I'll speak from where I stay currently. There is no compound waste bin. So every individual has to find a way
Way of
to throw their
their
bin,
trash.
which I feel is very shitty.
But it's bad.
It's
yeah.
very
That's
shitty, because
bad.
I mean, when I initially got there, I literally always use Uber to go to my friend's house to throw my trash inside my friend's compound trash.
Imagine.
Because it's crazy, and I'm like,
Wow.
why is there no waste bin
Just
in
the
this
journey
compound?
for waste bin.
It's so the man is lazy, because I don't know what stops you from, because I'm like trying to think of the word to use, but
Maybe a lot of
why
us are
can't you? Well, I shall pay my rent. So give me complete. I'll go. Because it doesn't even make any sense. You don't care about your tenant,
Your tenant.
and you go about complain. You see this man complain, dirty compound is dirty. There's no provision for shit. It's people in the compound. We are said to be cleaning it ourselves. So, but the bin part is the part that nobody has been able to actually tackle, because nobody wants to buy bin for the man because of how selfish he is. Yeah, nobody wants to buy bin and put in the compound, because
But that should be his priority.
that should be his priority. He does not provide. He does not provide water for anybody. You dig your borehole yourself.
Wow.
You get everything yourself. Exactly.
Wait, island.
It's Surulere, no, Surulere.
ahead.
You dig your borehole yourself.
Wow.
That's how greedy the man is,
Yes.
and he increases the rent every year.
Whoa.
Mind you, no renovation goes on in that house. He doesn't spend shit for anybody in that house, but all he does, it's a new year. How much am I adding this year? And he sends mail to everybody, has increased the rent. And he goes, if you're not paying me full, don't pay at all. Pack and leave. Somebody will move in. he adds it to the later.
Mm.
That's how greedy a lot of landlords are. This is just 1/10. This is because I know this one. That's how a lot of other Lagosians, you enter people's houses and it's not even up to what you're paying for. You're seeing the price of this house and you're going inside and I'm like, wow.
Like, what did you say your rent was again?
What are we doing here?
That goes to say about the housing deficit in Nigeria.
Yeah.
You understand? Assuming their houses, you understand, affordable houses in Lagos, for example, because of the population and stuff like that, and then your landlord is messing up, you can like move and move. But because you don't have, because there are no provisions, and the little one you see is milking you and stuff like that. Because why? The system itself, there is no regulation. I build my house, it's a pack of cement, you know what it is, this, and then government will now sit somewhere and tell me they collect monthly. Guy, build house for me now. You understand? So that's the thing. You see, because the thing is this: if there is, let's say, all these low cost housing provided by the government, and I know the government cannot do it all alone, then they bring in this private sector, and then you now make sure that it's being regulated. In terms of building materials and stuff. So if everything is, let's say, for example, is uniform, I cannot be charging XY amount of money while this one is charging XY.
True.
So there'll be competition. But in this case, there is no competition. You understand? There is no
because there's not even affordable housing that you can easily move to, and it's really bad, especially because we're a lot in Lagos. We're a lot.
It's a metropolitan. No, Lagos is a metropolitan. So it's permitted. Because
we're a lot. So I feel like they should make provision for all this. Affordable housing is very, very important. But oh well.
We're getting there.
I think we're getting there. God should help us. God should help us and see us through, because I'm actually pleading. Please, if you're a real estate agent, do the right thing.
Sure.
I will not buy house from you and they demo. I will find you. I'm telling you, I will find you.
Okay. See, the thing is this again. You see, sometimes it's not solely on the agent.
No, it's not solely on the agent.
Because why? The agent would have also done his own due diligence.
Not all of them.
I'm speaking for few.
The good ones.
I'm speaking for the few of us. Okay. So I put myself in the few of us. You understand?
Fine.
Now, but then sometimes all these what's it called? All these developers.
Developers.
Now they compromise in standard as well.
True.
They compromise in standard, and then government comes and tests your house.
Yes, and it's not the standard or what is supposed to be.
It's substandard, and then is at risk of people's life. So they come and demolish it. So sometimes it's not on the part of the agent alone, it's also on the part of the developers. Because
there's some places hotels are not meant to be built, there's some places residencies not meant to be built, there's some places high rises are not meant to be built. And then but no one cares about that, they just do whatever they want. And I feel like that's also a very important thing. When you're buying a house, when you want to build, you should always know what your land can take.
Sure.
So that you avoid the risk of being another story tomorrow.
Yes. That's an actually important point, and you should take that point with you. Always know what your don't go and overbuild 6 stories on a land that can just take 2. Because it's going to affect you in future.
Because the developers will deceive and say, don't worry, we can do
you can go higher.
That was what happened in the previous time.
They just need
Meanwhile, no.
So please always go to the right channels, ask the right questions, get the right advice from the right set of people. Don't just roam around or just meet one person on the streets. One guy that does everything in the world.
I can do all things. But never build without an approval.
Yes. Please. Yes, I just found out today that you have to go to allow self-approval. So please always make sure you verify all these things.
Get your approval, get your permits.
Get your permits also from there. So this is a part we'll be waiting for. Facts and fallacies. This is my favorite part of the whole thing. So
I just hope I don't fumble.
I'm hoping on your behalf too. So if you fail, you go real sloppy. Real quick. 8 times.
Real sloppy, slow, sloppy.
Very yes. 8
Real
times.
slow.
Yes, sloppy because of land.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Real
estate.
sloppy.
Okay.
Okay.
Suspense.
All right. Needs our first sentence. Okay.
Didn't tell us this part though.
Calm down. Don't worry.
So we can.
The FHA had set out to demolish houses over illegal development, marking 677 homes for complete demolition and 744 for partial demolition. Is this a fact or a fallacy?
It's a fact.
It's a fact. It's a fact.
It's a fact, yeah.
You just said fallacy.
No,
It's
fact.
It's a fact. You said
I
it's a
said
fact.
fact. Yeah.
Fact. Is that your final answer?
Yes,
Sure,
that's my
Fine
final
now.
answer.
Mhm.
Final.
Yes,
Final,
not
final,
going
final.
back.
I'm sorry then.
It's not. Is that what you say?
It's a fact.
This, I know that for sure.
Yes, I know that one too. It's a fact.
And I can tell you the areas.
It's a fact.
It's a
Okay.
Okay.
Let's go to this.
How many?
Just 3.
Thank
So
God.
one out of 3.
Okay.
Real estate investments can generate regular rental income, providing investors with a reliable and consistent cash flow, which is a good investment in Nigeria. Fact or fallacy?
Fact.
Fact.
Yeah, no.
I can prove it.
Yeah, you can prove. I asked you to prove it.
Fact.
Okay, that's a fact. That was a fact. That was too easy. Now, okay, this one.
Hey, Lua.
The first man to build a house in Nigeria was Reverend Henry Goma
Oh.
in 1845.
Oh my God.
Is that a fact or a fallacy?
Reverend what?
Henry Goma.
Have I heard his name before?
I'm really thinking.
Fact.
I'll say it's a
Those are
fallacy.
colonial masters.
Colonial people shop.
Fact.
Okay.
I'm going to just double and say it's a fallacy.
Okay. Let's double together.
Yeah, double. Slow. What did you
Wait,
say?
don't go. And it's a fallacy. Oh my God, I'm correct. Okay, so the first person to build was Reverend C.A. Goma. I mixed his name with the first person to lay a house.
So I was correct.
Yes.
And so you are doing sloppy. I sloppy.
So you're going real sloppy.
I won.
Yes.
What will I get?
All right, let's go. 8 times, very quick. 8. I'm counting. You have to try. You have to attempt.
Okay, like sloppy.
Real sloppy. Let's go.
Okay, real sloppy. Real sloppy.
All right, guys. So thank you so much for coming to the studio today. It was fun having you, and I'm really grateful. I learned a lot of things today. I hope you did learn a lot of things too. So that's the end of today's podcast.
Thank you for having us. Thank you for having me, rather.
So see you next time. And I'm your host, Shalom Mark. Bye.